As have you ever noticed how some people effortlessly attract wealth, success, and happiness, while others struggle no matter how hard they try? What if I told you the secret isn't luck or talent, but something much simpler, something you've been overlooking your entire life? Hidden within this simple habit is a formula so powerful it has shaped the lives of history's greatest minds. A method backed by both ancient wisdom and modern science, a practice so effective that it can transform your reality if you know how to use it. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes I'll reveal a life-changing secret that most people ignore: the power of saying something 100 times. But here's the catch: it only works if you do it the right way. Science proves your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between reality and imagination. This means whatever you repeat enough times becomes your truth, and once your mind believes it, your body follows. Your reality shifts. Success doesn't need to be chased, it starts chasing you. But most people do it wrong. They repeat affirmations mindlessly, without emotion, without intention. They fail to understand the deeper science behind why words carry energy, why writing down your desires activates unseen forces, and why some of history's greatest minds, from Nikola Tesla to Steve Jobs, used this exact technique. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step blueprint to rewire your brain, rewrite your future, and manifest anything you desire. You'll discover the hidden science of spoken words, the forgotten secrets of ancient civilizations, and why a simple number, 100, holds the key to unlocking your new reality. But before we begin, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because if you're serious about transformation, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Before we talk about the power of repeating something 100 times, we need to understand what manifestation truly is. Most people think it's just about wishing for something and hoping the universe delivers it. But manifestation is not magic, it's science. It's the process of turning thoughts into reality by aligning your mind, emotions, and actions with your desired outcome. And whether you realize it or not, you are always manifesting. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, and every expectation you set is shaping the reality you experience. Your brain is a powerful tool. It is constantly processing information, filtering through millions of bits of data every second, deciding what is relevant and what is not. And do you know what controls this filter? Your beliefs. If you believe the world is full of opportunities, your brain will focus on opportunities. If you believe success is difficult, your brain will highlight every challenge, every obstacle, reinforcing that belief. This isn't just philosophy, it's neuroscience. The reticular activating system, a network of neurons in your brainstem, is responsible for this filtering process. It takes your dominant thoughts and beliefs and makes sure you notice things that align with them while ignoring the rest. Think about this. Have you ever learned a new word and suddenly started hearing it everywhere? Or decided to buy a certain car and then started seeing that exact model on the road all the time? That's your brain's filtering system at work. Now imagine what happens when you constantly repeat a thought or affirmation. Your brain begins to seek out evidence that it's true. It starts shifting your focus toward opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with that repeated thought. Your thoughts don't just influence what you notice, they also influence your energy. Every thought carries a frequency. When you think of something positive like gratitude or success, your brain releases chemicals that make you feel good: dopamine, serotonin, endorphins. These chemicals not only elevate your mood, but also strengthen neural connections, making that thought more dominant in your subconscious. Over time, repeated positive thoughts become your default state of mind. On the other hand, negative thoughts have the opposite effect. When you dwell on fear, doubt, or failure, your brain triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol. These chemicals put you in survival mode, limiting your ability to think creatively, take risks, or recognize new opportunities. This is why people who constantly worry about failure often find themselves stuck. They are chemically conditioning their brains to focus on problems rather than solutions. Studies in quantum physics suggest that at the most fundamental level, everything in the universe is energy, including your thoughts. The famous double-slit experiment proved that the act of observation changes the behavior of particles, meaning consciousness itself has an effect on reality. When you focus on a thought with enough intensity and repetition, you are literally influencing the energy around you. Ancient wisdom has known this for centuries. In many spiritual traditions, words and sounds are considered sacred because they carry vibrational power. Mantras, prayers, and chants have been used for thousands of years to shift consciousness, heal the body, and create change. In the 20th century, Dr. Masaru Emoto's water experiments provided a visual representation of this idea. He exposed water molecules to different words and emotions, then froze them. The results? Positive words like love and gratitude created beautifully symmetrical crystals, while negative words like hate produced chaotic, distorted structures. If words can do this to water, imagine what they are doing to you, since your body is 70% water. This is why repetition is so powerful. When you say something 100 times, you aren't just speaking words. You're programming your subconscious mind, reinforcing neural pathways, and aligning your energy with your desires. This is the science of manifestation. It's not about wishful thinking. It's about rewiring your brain to accept a new reality as truth. And once your mind fully believes, your world transforms to match it. But why does repetition work so effectively? Why do some thoughts become second nature while others fade? Why do certain habits stick effortlessly while others take immense effort? The answer lies in the way your brain is wired. Your brain is a vast network of billions of neurons, constantly firing and forming connections. Every thought, affirmation, or action strengthens specific neural pathways, just like carving a trail through a dense forest. The first time you step onto an untouched path, it's barely visible, but walk it repeatedly and it becomes a well-worn road. The more you repeat a thought, the stronger that neural connection becomes, until it becomes your default way of thinking. This process is known as neuroplasticity, one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in modern neuroscience. For years, scientists believed the brain stopped evolving after childhood. Now we know the truth. The brain is constantly reshaping itself based on experiences, thoughts, and behaviors. You are not bound by the mindset, habits, or limitations you were born with. Through repetition, you can reprogram your mind at any age. Dr. Michael Merzenich, a pioneering neuroscientist in brain plasticity, conducted studies proving that repeatedly activating specific neural pathways makes them stronger and more efficient. In one experiment, he trained monkeys to perform a simple task repeatedly. Over time, their brains physically changed, forming new neural maps that optimized their performance. The same principle applies to you. When you repeat an affirmation, you are not just saying words. you are physically reshaping your brain to accept them as truth. A Harvard University study examined two groups of people practicing the piano. One group physically played the keys, while the other only visualized playing, never touching the instrument. Brain scans revealed that both groups developed similar changes in the motor cortex, proving that mental repetition alone creates real, measurable shifts in the brain. Now imagine the impact of repeating an affirmation 100 times. You're not just speaking, you're restructuring your mind to believe. Each repetition strengthens the bridge between thought and reality. And once a belief is deeply embedded, your brain works in the background to make it happen. Dr. Joe Dispenza, a leading researcher on the power of thought, explains that thoughts trigger the release of chemicals in the brain, which then create emotions. If you consistently affirm something positive, your brain floods your body with dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals that fuel confidence, motivation, and action. Over time, this creates a powerful feedback loop. Your thoughts generate emotions, which reinforce your thoughts, which shape your reality. Consistency is key. Just as one workout won't build muscle, repeating something a few times won't reprogram your mind. The brain needs repetition to fully integrate new beliefs. That's why saying something 100 times is so powerful. It overrides old patterns and forces your mind to accept the new belief as reality. And once that happens, your thoughts, actions, and energy align with what you're manifesting. But why 100 times? Why not 10? Why not 1,000? What is it about this number that makes it the sweet spot for rewiring the mind? The answer lies in how the brain processes information, how habits are formed, and how energy responds to focused intention. Repetition is the language of the subconscious mind. Unlike your conscious mind, which analyzes and questions, your subconscious absorbs information through patterns. It doesn't distinguish between real and imagined. It only recognizes what is repeated enough times. The number 100 is where an idea shifts from something you say to something you believe. Think about habit formation. Studies show that forming a lasting habit takes an average of 66 days. But the key factor isn't time, it's repetition. The more frequently an action is repeated, the faster it becomes automatic. Saying something 100 times in one sitting condenses weeks of reinforcement into a single session, leaving your brain no choice but to absorb the message. This is an ancient principle. Throughout history, the number 100 has been used in rituals, teachings, and transformational practices. Many spiritual traditions call for reciting mantras or prayers 100 times or more to invoke energy shifts. Ancient wisdom has long understood that repetition does more than reinforce an idea, it transforms the person speaking it. Science backs this up. Neuroscientists at the University of California, led by Dr. Jeffrey Schwartz, discovered that repeating positive affirmations creates measurable changes in the brain's wiring. Participants who engaged in repeated self-affirmations developed stronger neural connections in areas associated with confidence and motivation. So why 100? Because it's long enough to override mental resistance but short enough to maintain focus. The first 10 repetitions might feel forced. Your logical mind may even resist, doubting whether it's working. By 30 or 40, the words begin to flow naturally. By 60 or 70, you start to feel the shift. You're no longer just saying the words. You're internalizing them. And by the time you reach 100, your subconscious has absorbed the message as if it were always part of your reality. Athletes use this principle all the time. A basketball player doesn't practice a free throw once, he repeats it hundreds of times until it becomes second nature. A musician doesn't master a song by playing it once. Mastery comes through repetition. And the same rule applies to manifestation. If you want to program your mind for success, wealth, or happiness, you must repeat those messages until your subconscious no longer questions them. Saying something 100 times is like planting a seed and watering it all at once. You're telling your subconscious, this is real, this is who I am. And once your mind accepts it, your thoughts, actions, and reality begin to shift. But not all affirmations are created equal. Repetition alone isn't enough. The way you structure your words matters. Your subconscious mind responds best to clarity, certainty, and emotional intensity. So if you want to unlock the full power of saying something 100 times, you need to ensure you're saying the right words in the right way. Everything you desire begins with a single thought. But thoughts alone are not enough. Writing your affirmations and repeating them consistently is how you turn those thoughts into reality. The power lies in repetition, in reinforcing new beliefs, and in aligning your mind with the future you want to create. Every time you write, you are not just forming words on a page, you are rewiring your brain, strengthening new neural pathways, and signaling to the universe that you are ready for change. Now, it's your turn. Start today. Take a piece of paper, write down your affirmations, and commit to this practice. Do it with belief, with emotion, and with persistence. The more consistent you are, the faster your reality will shift. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Mindful Rise for more powerful insights on manifestation and transformation. Let us know in the comments what affirmation you're committing to writing 100 times today. Remember, your words shape your reality. So start writing your future now.